Alright guys, so we got rid of our standard switch that looks like this in our bedroom, and I wanted to share with you guys how we did it. Here we go, we're going to head up in the bedroom now. So, with this switch, it's kind of a really bad design from Heartland, where if you're sleeping here at nighttime and you hit your hand here or you roll over and smack it, it turns the bright lights on. So it's one of our biggest complaints that we've had so far with this camper, just as where the switch location was, and before it was that rocker switch I just showed you. So we did end up switching this thing out to this guy, which is dimmable. Just super cool. I'll show you up here. So at nighttime, turned it off. At nighttime, we can read books and not have the whole room super bright. Also, there's the kind of, you can adjust it dimness that way and this way, and of course the power button. Now, when you purchase this thing, it's going to beep. And beeping noise was just driving me crazy, so I ended up finding out if you hold the power button for 3 seconds, there you go, there's that beep noise that I didn't want. So hold the power button for 3 seconds and the beep noise goes away. Super easy. The wiring on it wasn't too bad. I did make a little diagram that I'm going to share with you guys right now. Super important. Turn it off. If you just hit it, like if you're sleeping at night and you hit the switch, it's not going to just turn on. You do have to press the power button. So unless you can magically find a way to push that at nighttime, that's the only way for that thing to really turn on. So I did make a little wire diagram. I didn't feel like taking that thing back apart. I actually didn't think it was gonna work. I'll show you guys why right here. So here's my nifty wire diagram I have. Let me focus on it. So this is the old switch. It has a 12 volt in and a 12 volt out. Wire colors are blue, white, both sides. So the new switch right here, not zooming that great on this thing. So the new switch has positive, negative in, positive, negative out. So going from 2 wires, I needed to figure out how to make it 4 wires. So I did some testing with a multimeter and they did figure it out. So what you need to do is pull the wires off the back of your stock switch or your OEM switch, figure out which one is 12 volt in to the switch, and that's the one you're going to put on this 12 volt in on the new switch. So the tricky part about doing it was I thought I could have just did positive and then ground the switch out and just put positive out. Not how it works. It does end up, that dimmer part of it does use a ground. So I put the switch back in and did some testing and found a single wire in the wall. It's just a white wire and it is the ground to the light. So for testing purposes, you have to figure out, it's pretty common sense, so you don't really have to figure out, but of course when the wire goes up, it's going up towards the switch, wire down is going towards ground. So what you need to do is get this white wire out of the wall and cut it in half, put the ground from in, so ground in on this negative side, and then the ground going up to the lights on this negative side going out. And then of course put your 12 volt in here, so 12 volt out on that side. It's pretty easy. I think I did all the testing for you guys on it. So I'll pause a little bit so you can check the diagram out a little longer. It took me about, I would say, a good hour to figure all that out. And let me just go back over to this wall just so I could show you a little bit better. So of course this is a Cyclone 4007. This is our slide in the slide. So there's the slide. Here's our extra slide. The blue and white wire will be on your factory switch, and then there's a single white wire that's running up here, and that's going to be your ground wire. Highly recommend to test it before you cut anything. If you need somewhere to hook your ground up for your multimeter, you can put this slide in a little bit, and there is a bolt up here that is for your the motor that brings the slide in and out. So hope this helped you guys out. I know this thing sucked for us. We hated the switch. My wife loves this thing now, especially since it doesn't beep anymore. I'm gonna put the link to where we got this switch from. It was on Amazon, shipped. I think it was $17. If I turn it off, make sure it's nice and level. But everything looks really good on this. We're super happy with this thing. We've had it for about 3 days now. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to leave some of the wire diagram and the link to where you can buy this switch, which is from Amazon, in the description below. Alright guys, we'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and you can also get rid of that annoying rocker switch that's in your bedroom.